You're watching Nation 1 TV News. My name is Uzaglo Elizabeth. The Anidaso Parkinson's Disease Foundation, in collaboration with its strategic partners, successfully hosted the Pedal for Parkinson's 2026 event to commemorate World Parkinson's Disease Day. Held under the theme Moving Together for Hope, the initiative combined community cycling with a high-level advocacy campaign to tackle the rising costs of treatment and the persistent social stigma surrounding the condition.
The Anidaso Parkinson's Disease Foundation, in collaboration with its strategic partners, successfully hosted the Pedal for Parkinson's 2026 event to commemorate World Parkinson's Disease Day. Held under the theme Moving Together for Hope, the initiative combined community cycling with high-level advocacy campaign to tackle the rising cost of treatment and the persistent social stigma surrounding the condition. Addressing the press at the University of Ghana Sports Grounds, Dr. Andrew Jacob Bilson, pharmacist and executive secretary of the Anidaso Foundation, issued a formal plea to the government regarding a prohibitive cost of medication.
Being exterminated from the society just by virtue of the fact that they have Parkinson's, and people feel it's because it's a bad omen to the society. And the revelation from Mr. Franklin Kujo, opening up about something so personal, served as inspiration for a lot of people who have kept that part of them hidden, and it keeps eating them, every single day. It has helped them to now open up and then be able to speak to and seek early care, to be able to visit healthcare facilities to seek early care on Parkinson's. And that has been something that has been massive to us in our work and in our art. Everybody converged at 7:30. It's a Saturday, so you kind of wonder if people would be able to wake up early and then converge, but it's been amazing. It could show that, you could tell, that people were extremely dedicated to this cause. And, we gathered here at 7:30 a.m. Obviously, we had good collaborations with the Ghana Cycling Federation, who brought along their cyclists, also brought along the executives to also help to grace the occasion. And we converged. First of all, there was a fitness instructor from the Ghana Cycling Federation who briefed us about what cycling itself entails. Why are we cycling? What are the positive benefits of cycling? And then we had a warm-up session to just, keep the body warm and then get ourselves prepared for the main cycling event. And that sort of led up to the main cycling event. We assembled right in front of the start sort of banner. And then, we just cycled across the campus. It was a route which encompassed a length of a distance of about 25 kilometers, which is quite extensive. So we were able to do all that. We cycled back, came back, converged again at the sports stadium grounds, and then did more than cycling. As I said, it's a cycling event, but then we are going way beyond cycling. We had a bit of an educational awareness session. There was also health screening going on, especially for people who like to check their vitals. People hardly go for checkups lately, so some of these events just it's more or less like you're killing two birds with one stone. You're able to do your checkups and still engage in a physical activity and then be healthy enough. And we also have a dental service here, obviously being sponsored by Zoe Dental as well as Life Healthcare Center, for people who want to check to see if their dentition is okay. And we've had other activities going on. And we also had a fundraising session. Obviously, we know as a foundation we are trying to do a lot, but we know we can't do a lot without funds. And that's where fundraising becomes very, very vital. And we are calling on, everybody to try and support in as much as they can, because this is a good cause and it's something that we are hoping to keep doing on a consistent basis. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone who made this program a success. As organizers, we can put things to action. We can have a lot of notions and ideas we want to bring to life, but we have no idea how it's going to turn out. And how it turns out depends largely on
the cycling. A critical message was sent to the government. Parkinson's medication at 800 Ghana cedis a month is unaffordable for many. Dr. Andrew Jacob Bilson is calling for these life-changing drugs to be added to the NHIS list. It's time to end the stigma and start the support.
And I'd like to put out a final call, to everyone, particularly to the main organizations and to the government. Parkinson's medications are very expensive. They tally around 800 cedis per month, which is larger than the average Ghanaian income. So that is very massive, especially considering the average Ghanaian income. And we would like to plead that Parkinson's medications be put on the insurance list, considering how it's growing at such an alarming rate. We'd also like to call on all non-governmental organizations, all funders and sponsors to try as much as possible to support this cause. We've got a lot of activities for the year, which will be rolling out as the year goes by, but we know that we can't do it all without their support. So we are sort of like more or less like an appeal, a call to action to all of them to try and support. And massively to the general public, anytime you see someone with Parkinson's, offer a listening ear to them, support them in any way they can. If you suspect that someone has Parkinson's, try to help them get to a medical facility, get diagnosed early, seek early treatment, and to keep providing love and support to people with Parkinson's. And we'd like to thank everybody, the media, obviously, for covering this event. We are very grateful, and we hope you cover this on a consistent basis. So thank you so much.
Thank you for watching Nation One TV. Kindly subscribe for more news updates.